Hi, and welcome back to Worm Watts, where we harness the God-given power of compost worms to transform organic waste into amazing living fertilizer. So today is July 18th of 2025, and what does that mean? Well, that means that it has been over 6 months since we were last in this bin that we call the citrus crawlers. And this bin is so named because we decided to go ahead and do one of the common no-nos and feed citrus to some of our compost worms. The ones in here are European nightcrawlers. So we're gonna open it up and take a look at what they've done in the 6 months we've given them. Now, usually I don't leave the worms quite this long, but wow. As we open up in here, it is amazing to see what they have done in this time. We've got some leaves that you can see in there. There are some larger pieces of eggshell that came from some earlier times when I was not grinding the eggshell quite as finely. But look at that level of castings. And the castings, as we can tell, they're actually really nice. These are some really nice castings. And I think that part of the reason that they're not quite as wet as some of the other castings we've dealt with are potentially that they're kind of interspersed with other matter here. We've got what here looks to be maybe a piece of an avocado peel. Yeah, it looks like avocado peel right there. So yeah, it's really nice. This is really nice texture. It's kind of nice and kind of gritty because of all of the eggshell interspersed in there. And we've got some worms in there. I haven't been able to spot a lot of them, but you can see that we have worms. And here is a piece of wood. Oh, there we go. There are worms, and we've got quite a few of these roly-polies. So yeah, the worms are doing well. And this bin, I will say, is probably ready to be harvested. So I'm really excited about this bin. Again, this is our citrus crawlers bin. So they took good care of the citrus that we put in there. I believe last time we were in here, we had put in bits of, or chopped up fermented pieces of lemon and lime. So yeah, they did a really great job breaking it up, and the consistency of this vermicompost is just, it's really nice. So I'm so excited to wrap this up and then come back later to harvest this. But yeah, this is going to be the next bin that we probably harvest. It's definitely ready. As you can tell, the castings, they're a little bit moist, but definitely not too moist. And I think that the top, obviously, the top is going to be a little bit drier. And the deeper we go, the more moist it'll be. But this is very, very reasonable as far as moisture level goes. You can tell that it's not dried out. This is a really great moisture level for these summer months. You don't want it to be too wet or you'll steam your worms. So really nice to see that here. And yeah, we'll go ahead, and I'm glad that we have some of this longer lasting food here. This is a piece of wood that probably came off of one of our trees that we were chopping down. Or that not that we're chopping down, rather, but that had a limb fall off. I don't like chopping trees. I like to keep them up. So yeah, this was, but I do have pieces in here from some of the limbs that have fallen. We try to put them to use so that they can join our circular movement, turning these organic products into living fertilizer. So really neat to see. I love just the consistency that it's at. Wow, look at that. I don't know if I've seen... Is that a roly-poly? Goodness. Yes, it is. That is a roly-poly, a very large one that seems to be doing quite well in this bin. So it's really neat to see how the bin is doing. I'm excited to harvest it and then go ahead and get these worms onto their next assignment, which will probably be more citrus. We've been saving some, so really excited to get them back on that. But thank you for joining us as we've been in the citrus crawlers bin. And we've also, you know, this is a reminder that compost worms can really break down just about any organic matter. Obviously, there may be some adjustments that you need to make. For example, when we were adding in the citrus for this bin, we tried to put it along one edge of the bin so that it would give the worms time to be able to go over and check out the citrus when they determined that it was ready for them. And so that's important when you're adding in some of these materials, is just to keep in mind that, you know, you can compost just about anything. You can add just about anything to your worm bin, as long as you do it carefully. And oh, wow, look at that piece of wood, it's thin enough that it just broke. So the moisture level in here is really nice. It's really helping with the breakdown of a lot of these materials. But going back to what I was saying, you can really add just about anything. And I love being able to introduce you to some of the less conventional foods that we can toss in here for the worms. So we'll continue checking these guys out next time.